Hello, I'm High Heel Knight. Welcome to my channel. This is a miniature movie review of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. It's a 2019 horror film based on the children's book series of the same name. The story takes place around Halloween time of 1968. A group of teenagers on Halloween decide to check out a mysterious house in the neighborhood. There's a local legend about the family that used to live there and various other ghost stories that have been passed along for years. While they're exploring the house, they find a book, and one of the teenagers takes the books from the home. Later on, as she's reading the stories in the book, some of them start coming to life and targeting her and the protagonist that went into the house. So the protagonists, they have to figure out, how to survive the stories as they unfold, and hopefully, defeat the curse and the mystery. I like this movie a lot. It was probably one of the best scary movies I've seen all year so far. Now, it's PG-13, and it's based on children's stories, so you want to think that is necessarily too scary. And it's not gross out scary. I'm not going to have nightmares about it. But as far as keeping my suspense, as far as making me wonder what's going to happen next, as far as making me worried for the well-being of the protagonist, it's wonderful. It's refreshing. It's fantastic. It's so much better than many of the other scary stories, including the R-rated stuff that I've seen in recent years. First of all, the creature designs are wonderful. Guillermo del Toro, who is known for fantastic otherworldly creature designs, helped with this film, and the creatures are all wonderful. And another thing that's wonderful is that because each protagonist is targeted with the specific tale, the situation always changes, and the monster always changes, and the settings always changes. So you never know what's going to happen next. You never know who's going to survive. You don't know if survival is even possible. So that holds up the suspense. Another thing I like is that the protagonists, I like them. They're not, amazing people, but they're not like, a bunch of hoodlums. They're not a bunch of delinquents. They're not a bunch of morons. They're not a bunch of dumb partiers like in the movie Ma. I can root for these people because they're decent people. And even the jerk characters, these movies always have to have that one jerk character. He's a terrible person, but at the same time, I still feel just a bit of sympathy for the situation that he finds himself in when it's his turn to deal with the scary stories. So, and another thing I like, that there's nothing stupid that happens in this movie. A lot of these horror films, they have to have stupid things happen in order for the story to continue. Now, these protagonists, they're not geniuses, but at the same time, they're not doing anything remarkably stupid. When the situation comes, they try something. Oh, it doesn't work. Okay, let's try something else. Oh, that doesn't work. Well, let's figure this out. Let's figure that out. And there's no moment where, like in say, The Curse of La Llorona, the monster is targeting the children, and yet the grown-ups leave the children unguarded and unsupervising, knowing that the monster wants the children. Or in the movie Greta, where we have to spend this long, elaborate process to find one of the victims, when if that victim had just left the information of exactly where she was going, the name and address specifically of where she was going, we would have found her immediately. The story would have been over. So there's nothing like that. There's nothing in there that's absurdly stupid to keep the story going along. And the only negative I have is a part of the ending. The actual ending is nice. The progression of the intense events is wonderful, but there's something that the resolution sort of yada 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 is about. There's like something develops during the third act, and I'm thinking, I like this ending, but there's a bit you're kind of forgetting, you're kind of overlooking. You might want to deal with that matter on screen. It's kind of important. It doesn't ruin the movie for you. It's just something I noticed, and maybe you won't notice, but I noticed. I'm like, yeah, you kind of forgot a little particular important part. But overall, I enjoyed this movie thoroughly. genuinely horrified. Again, I'm not going to have any nightmares or anything like that, but still just maintaining my suspicion of disbelief, maintaining my intense, agony of what's going to happen next, what's going to happen to these people. I genuinely fear and care about these protagonists. Wonderful, wonderful. I highly recommend Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. And if you have seen the movie, I would love to know what you thought of the film. Be sure to share whatever comments you like in the comment section. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, or dislike, share, and subscribe. Once again, I'm High Heel Knight. Thank you for watching, and remember, find inspiration everywhere.